What goes on, guys? We're back again with yet another review, and today we're taking a look at something that, if you follow me, you know that I'm obsessed with this line. We're going to be taking a look at the brand new Target Geek Out pre-exclusive of Neca's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles times the Universal Monsters Leonardo as the Hunchback. And god damn, look at that artwork. Oh man, that's just so nice. The box is so thick. You get that artwork down there, the Hunchback TMNT, and then on the back you get amazing artwork. It looks like an old vintage poster of, like, you know, these old Universal Monsters video or movies, and I just, god damn, that's so amazing. Just take time to appreciate that. Then on the side here you get everybody else coming. Mikey should be, he's hitting now, so hopefully within the next week or two, Mikey has a review up as well. I'm going to be skipping these two. Don't care about Splinter as Van Helsing, and I don't really care about April as the Bride of Frankenstein, sorry. But Donnie, I know they saved the best for last. They showed him at Comic-Con a couple weeks ago, so very excited for that. On the side, you get another amazing product image, which was, I think, was the first image we got of him, and I just, like, was like, oh my god. And then you get the amazing figure inside. There's the barcode on the bottom for you, because barcodes help, guys, and on the top you get the same artwork. So I'm itching to get this motherfucker open. So let's go ahead and do just that. So taking this masterpiece out of the box, I don't even know where to start with this thing. There's so much to go over. So this might be a little bit longer of a review. So sit back, you know, grab some popcorn or something, because there's a lot to go over here, and I want to take my time because Neca definitely took their time with this guy. There is almost nothing wrong with this figure for what it's supposed to be. And in fact, I really only have one issue. So let's go ahead and dive into it, starting with this grossly amazing head sculpt. Look at the detail on this ugly motherfucker. God damn, I threw the box away, but the beard is a little bit more orange on the box, but I actually like this more subdued brown color. The bandana on him looks great. It would make no sense that he would have a bandana, but god, these are just so well designed. The paint wash in the skin and the all the paint with the warts, the eyebrows, the stitches, the staples in the scales look so good. The texture on the leather is amazing, and they did put a little wash over it, so it amplifies it even more. Buckles are painted, straps are painted, the loopholes are painted. Look at that, guys. Look at the detail on that. That's incredible. All these little stitches, even these little ones in his arms on the patches, are painted black. Nothing is sculpted and not painted, or painted and not sculpted, which I love. He's got bugs crawling all over him. He's got like this little metallic little beetle crawling on him over there. You got some black stitches on there, fucking white buckles. The rope on here has a nice wash on it, and it's a different color itself. And it's like bendy, so it's not going to get in the way of anything. The pads on his elbows look really nice. They do look like padded leather. They are not soft, though. I'll admit that. And then going down into the hands, his fingernails are painted, the stitches and the fucking staples. It is just remarkable. Then, I don't even, you know what, we're going to save the shell for last, because that is my favorite part. The other hand looks really, really nice with the wash in the hands. It just, man. Then on the bottom here, you get his legs. He's got the blue jeans on him, which I do like. It's a nice callback to, you know, Leo. I like the pads with the paint on there. You get like a nice overspray. The back, they're not skimping. You get the staples painted silver. Nice dry wash on the bottom of the pants. This buckle looks like real metal and has a real chain on the ankle. That's so crazy. Fucking painted tootsie nails. The wash and the scales look so good. And then you do get two bugs on his leg as well. So it's just the amount of paint and detail on this. I literally couldn't ask for anything else. Literally. It's not like, oh, this is great, but I wish. No, this is fucking perfect. This is how all action figures should be painted. And then look at that shell. That is a Hunchback. He's not only does his neck go forward, but the shell overcapsulates. This just looks so good. The carapace is amazing, and not only is it painted amazing, which you can see here, the iron looks so good, but the sculpt is so deep and crisp and just really brings out all the detail that you would want to see in the carapace of the shell. It just, Man, I like all the jagged edges. I love the big ball nature. It's like a box turtle. I like that a lot. All the jagged edges along the bottom. It's so, so good. It never makes sense for the designs of the shirts of the turtles when they wear clothes to be under the shells, but you know, whatever. And then obviously you get this big padlock on the side here, which is also painted beautifully and is a separate piece. So if you hear it dangling, that's why. But it doesn't end there. Not only do you get this beautiful sculpt paint, this bastard opens. Oh my god. A functioning hinge. Look at that. On the inside, you just get like bone and stuff, and then like a little spider, and then like a little ledge right here, and some notches, which we'll talk about in a second. And then on the side, you get wooden shelving. How fucking amazing is that? And they made it look like it was the hanging of the shelf, but that's where they put in the pegs for the arms. Neca, you have outdone yourselves. The dirt in the bottom here looks so good. It's like a little end of a worm. It's just amazing. How they managed to do this, I have no idea, but they do. The dry brush in there looks so good, and we'll get to the purpose of this in a minute, but that is incredible. If you were just looking at it, you wouldn't even know that it opens, but it does. That's how amazing is that? That's like so crazy. So yeah, I wasn't kidding. There's a shit ton of accessories with this guy. So let's go over the coolest, like I guess we'll go over the most basic stuff first, and then we'll get over to the new stuff. So you do get a shit ton of interchangeable hands. You get nice big green fists, which look nice. You get these awesome pointing hands, which I like a lot. They all have the equal amount of paint, and they all have the same scarring on each hand, which I really think is a nice detail. So like that scar carries through. That scar carries through on the left side and the right side. I really do like that. That's a really nice attention to detail. And then you get the wide open hands, like I think they might be reused from Raph. Not sure. Let me know if you guys know. I don't have the Raph with me. And then obviously, as you saw when we were doing the review, you get the grip hands. Now the grip hands can hold various things, including his swords. Of course, he's Leo. He has to come with swords. But these are like the weirdest, most awesome swords I've seen from him. The black wash on the handle looks great. The little mace end is a really nice touch. The brass coloring looks great, and the sword itself is really nice and well made, I would say. And the hands are soft, so when you want to get him to hold it, you just kind of pry the fingies open a little bit and pop that in his hand. And then you could do the same thing over here, which is really nice. So he does hold them really well. He looks so good with them. And then, but if the swords aren't doing it for you all the way, you can add a little bit of fire to each end. Originally, I thought it was just going to be one flame per figure, but no, we get a flame per sword, which is so sick. So you just match the shape, put it on there, and boom, there you go. Now he has flame tip swords, which is super badass. It's probably to keep Frankenstein away. Frankenstein doesn't like fire. Maybe to keep his brother cooled down. That's pretty sick. Cooled down because of fire. How weird is that? But damn, that looks really, really nice. I like that a lot. And they're nice translucent pieces. I don't know if they're the same sculpt for each other, but it really doesn't matter to me. So, oops. Oh, where'd it go? Looks really, really cool. Wish they were a little bit more translucent. They kind of look a little cartoony compared to the rest of the figure, but it doesn't bother me too much. So I'm not going to talk about it anymore. And then you get a brain in a jar, and this has more paint than most Marvel Legends waves. You get the dials and the diodes painted, the canisters on the side, and not only that, it's bendy. Well, not bendy, but it's squishy. The top of the lid looks great with the metal, looks just like metal, and then you can pop out the brain and you can just have the brain in the empty jar. How fucking cool is that? And then you just put it all together, and I'll show you where we'll put that in a second. That is amazing. You get a skull. Looks really, really good. I like the way that the skull looks. It's got a nice wash to it and is a nice touch with the figure. You get a bone, which is really, really good. The paint on there is nice, and the crack around it looks good. I would say this is probably like a femur or something. Yeah, probably a femur. But then over here, you got two different kinds of shovels, which look really nice. Both of them look really, really good. The paint and sculpt is crazy. The wash on the handles looks perfect with the silver. Man, that is so awesome. But the awesomest thing is that all of these weapons are able to be stored on the figure. So first, you're going to take your brain capsule, match the shape over here, try to keep it flat, and then plug that sucker in. Boom. There you go. You got the brain in the jar. And then you're going to take the skull, pop that sucker on here. Boom. Skull. Then you can take the bone and all the other assorted instruments of digging and put them on this side. Make sure that they're behind the little lip here. And then you can close that and boom. Whoa, where'd all the accessories go? They're in his shell. But it gets even better, guys. Say you don't want him holding his katanas, which I don't know why you wouldn't other than space reasons. They go in his shell as well. So you can plug that right there. And then you can plug this right there. You just gotta make sure you can maneuver them the right way. But once you get them in, that looks fantastic. So you could, and I'm pretty sure that if you tried hard enough, you could probably get, like here you go. This looks a little bit better. Keep them behind here, like the shovel. Keep it behind there. You probably even get the flames in here. You can. Look at that. So I don't even have to worry about putting these accessories away. Just put them in here. Pop the brain back in its spot. And it closes. What's not closing? Does it close? Don't make me look bad. Now, Leo, I'm talking you up. Don't make me look fucking bad. It'll close good enough if you really want everything in there. I think the sword's getting in the way. Yeah, the sword was getting in the way. But yeah, that is super, super sick. And I love when you can hold your accessories in the figure. I think that that's so cool. So being able to do that on him is pretty damn amazing. As far as articulation goes for him, the head is going to look up and down and is on a beautiful ball joint, double ball peg, I'm assuming. No gappage, but great range for the character. Looks all the way around. Swivels, you can get those weird, like... Then, this is amazing. You get a little ball joint on the fucking bandana. How awesome is that? So you can rotate that, tilt it in and out. God, Neca, I love you so much. The shoulders are going to move outwards that far. They'll go down. They'll rotate 360. You just got to take your shell off. And then you don't get a bicep swivel, but you get double jointed elbows that do rotate. And they are pinless, which is pretty cool. And then you get a rotation and hinge at the wrist. Now, this is my biggest issue with the figure. It should have had a vertical hinge on the hands. That's my only complaint with the figure, guys. My only complaint. There is a ball joint down at the waist, so you can get him to tilt a little bit. He'll rotate a little. And crunching back and forth, he can kind of do. Obviously, if you want to count the hinge on the shell, that's a point of articulation. Now, the legs will kick not very far forward or back. It's not going to go forward or back very much. You do get a thigh swivel. You get double jointed knees, but they aren't really usable. That's about as far as they're going to go, which really doesn't bother me. And then the ankle goes up, down, pivot, and that's pretty much it. So they didn't skimp on any articulation. While might it not have the most range out of any figure I've ever played with, they didn't skimp on anything, even like something like a torso. Like, how do you even get a torso joint in there? That's insane. But I think it's beautifully articulated for what it's supposed to be. I really don't have any issues with it at all. Now, as far as scale goes on this guy, he's a pretty big boy. So here he is next to the Fortnite Jazzbear series Peely. Peely, stand the fuck up. Here he is next to the Marvel Legends Zombie Captain America. These guys go good for Halloween. I'm going to try to make a Halloween post. Here he is next to the Marvel Legends Darwin, which I know is everybody's favorite Marvel Legend of the year. And then here he is next to the McFarlane Toys Dark Knight Returns Batman. And then here he is to NECA's own Silly Kong. But what I think I wanted to show him next to the most is I usually don't have super good comparisons, but I actually do have a good one this time. Here he is next to the Super 7 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Ultimates Leonardo. Just looking at these, seeing the accessories on each. I mean, I know the Super 7 comes with a lot too. What would you think would be the more expensive figure? This one or this one? It's got double joints. This one's got double joints. Better accessories. A really cool action feature. Way more paint. Way more sculpt. No reuse on it other than maybe the hands. The fact that this is almost $20 less than that blows my mind. It's bigger. It's got more plastic. It's got more sculpt. Super 7, change your shit. Whatever. That's my little rant for the day, but fuck, NECA, you're amazing. So while it is no surprise, some of you out there might be thinking, yo, Ant, what are you thinking of this figure? And guys, it's in the running for Figure of the Year. I like this one better than Raphael, which blows my mind because I thought that Raphael was perfect for what it was supposed to be, but this one's even better. And the Michelangelo looks even better than this one. Unfortunately, I don't think Donnie's going to be my favorite out of the bunch. Who knows? We don't know what he's coming with yet. I need to see the final figure, but based off of what we saw, I'm not as excited for that one as I was with these ones. Because this just looks incredible, but you never know. But I think Mikey's going to wind up being my favorite, but he's definitely a close contender. I think it's going to go Mikey, Leo, Raph, and Donnie, unfortunately, that he's in the back. But this is an amazing figure, and I have barely any problems. I just wish I had a vertical hinge on the grip hands. That's it. That is literally it. So at the price point of around $36.99, so $40 rounded up. 10 out of 10. Easy. I would give it an 11 out of 10 almost. This is incredible. The paint, the sculpt, everything about it. Yet again, Neca threw it so far out of the ballpark that they don't even know where it is anymore. I love it. So, I believe that's all I got for today. If you have not already, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I post a lot over there, and I have a lot of fun, so I'm sure you all will too. But as always, let me know. You coppin'? Because if you don't, your Halloween's not going to be as cool as mine. Just simple as that. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.